I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL, thanks for joining me. In this video I'm talking about 10 deliciously sweet compliment getting fragrances. Stay tuned to FM. I love sweet fragrances. I tend to gravitate towards these sweet gourmand type scents that remind me of desserts. And generally, I think these types of fragrances are very likable, they're comforting. So I think people around you will be enjoying these just as much as you are, and you may even get a few compliments thrown your way. The fragrances I have for you today are based on my favourites from my collection. So if there are some sweet fragrances that aren't in this list that you think should be, chances are I probably don't own them, but do let me know what your favourite sweet fragrances are. I would love to hear your opinions. Drop those in the comments down below. So in no particular order, I have a cheapie, I have a cologne, I have some affordable designers, I have some niche fragrances. So hopefully there's a bit of something for everyone in this list, whatever your tastes, whatever your budget. Let's kick the list off with one of the best cheapies around. This is loved by many people and for very good reason. From Zara, it's Rich Warm Addictive. So if I'm honest, I'm not exactly sure what batch this one is. I think I bought it in 2018 and I think the formula may have changed. I think the earlier version might have been a little bit different. This is part of the tobacco collection and I don't really get a prominent tobacco in here. There's maybe some tobacco there in the background, but I get this sweet, creamy, slightly boozy fragrance. I think I get some vanilla and maybe some sandalwood in here. It's very sweet, and to me it smells really high quality, which given the £12.99 price tag is very surprising. If you love your sweet scents, then I think Rich Warm Addictive is definitely one to check out. So head down to your local Zara and get it sniffed. Okay, the next one is a little bit more expensive, but to me this one is worth every penny. From Atelier, it's Rouge Saray. Dried dates and plums drizzled in honey. That's what this one reminds me of. I don't actually think honey is a listed note, but I get a honey-like sweetness from this. And also, I always say this when I talk about Rouge Saray, that I almost get this tobacco scent from it. There's none listed, so maybe it's a phantom tobacco note, but it's that type of scent. It's that sweet, woody fragrance. And whatever the sweetness is, it just mixes with the richness and complexity that you get from dark fruits, which just makes this such a mouth-watering scent. Even though I love sweet fragrances, they've got to have some kind of backbone. They've got to have something that is propping up all that sweetness. A little bit of attitude, and this one definitely has that. It's got some depth, it's got some balsams, it's got some gaiac wood, which gives it a nice bit of attitude. So this is a fragrance that is very sweet, but packs a punch. It projects nicely, it smells really high quality, and it's very, very wearable. Love this one. In a recent video I talked about a brand called Pocket Scents, which is based here in the UK. They do clone fragrances, but they also release their own originals. One I talked about in a recent video was Purple Gourmand, which is just a fantastic sweet fragrance, but they have another one. The one I'm talking to you about today is called Raspberry and Vanilla. Quite simply, creamy, sweet vanilla ice cream. Like, imagine the best vanilla ice cream you've ever tasted, like a thick, rich, Cornish, creamy vanilla ice cream drizzled in raspberry sauce. I actually don't know whether to lick this fragrance or spray it. I'll stick with spraying it for now because I think it might shatter the illusion if I try and lick it, so I won't do that. And you shouldn't either. Never lick your fragrances, okay? That's the best advice I can ever give you on this channel. Just wear them and enjoy them. Where was I? There's something in here that really jumps off my skin. It's not just a heavy, sweet fragrance and that's it. There's a bright airiness to it, so it's got this really diffusive quality. It projects really nicely. My wife and kids adore this fragrance. When this came through the post, they immediately just started draining it. You can see after about 2 weeks of having this, they nearly finished it, so I had to whip it away from them quickly before they drained the whole thing, because I wanted to have a chance to really wear it myself as well. So evidently females seem to love this fragrance, so I think if that's what you're after, if you want to buy it for a female in your life, or you want to wear it so that a female can enjoy it, I think this would be a fantastic fragrance. Love this one, £40 for 50ml of extrait. The next one is the sweetest flanker in the La Mal lineup. It's famous for its sweetness and its fun, uplifting nature, which is why it's become so popular in nightclubs all over the world. From Jean Paul Gaultier, it's Ultra Mal. Ultra Mal takes the lavender and the mint of the original and adds this almost piercingly sweet pear note. La Mal was already a sweet crowd pleaser, but I think this is even more so. It's a very sexy fragrance that seems popular with the ladies. It could be in danger of becoming too sickly sweet, but I think because of the vanilla here, it adds a depth and a richness that just stops the fragrance from becoming too cloying and balances everything out perfectly. Pretty affordable fragrance that is pretty much going to please all those around you as much as it does you. Ultra Mal, ultra sweet. Oh, got a good one next for you. This is one of my favourite niche fragrances from House of Ciarge. It's number 1. This is a different type of sweetness to Ultra Mal. Ultra Mal is a sweet, good, fun fragrance, but this just takes a leap in quality. It smells way more natural. Obviously that is reflected in the price tag of this. I get custard tarts, fruit tarts, pastries, cakes in a very high-class patisserie somewhere. There's cinnamon, vanilla, tonka bean and amber. There's a cherry accord in here as well, which is beautiful, and performance of this one is absolutely superb. Despite all that, it never goes too sickly sweet. It's balanced just right. This is a beautiful scent. You've got to be into your sweet fragrances, but this smells so, so good. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to get hold of here in the UK. The best bet probably is to go to the House of Ciarge website, where it is priced at $285 for 75ml, so it's not a cheap fragrance, but if this falls within your budget, I would highly, highly recommend checking out House of Ciarge number 1. So I don't know if you saw that video I made with my dad earlier on in the year, where he was talking about his favourite types of fragrances, and he was saying that he likes scents that are more subtle and refined and gentlemanly, you know, citrusy type of scents. So basically what he described is not this fragrance, but as soon as he smelled this one, it was an instant love for him and he wanted a bottle. So that's how good this fragrance is. It takes someone who doesn't usually like this type of fragrance and it makes them love it. From Byron Parfums, it's the Chronic. Bit of a kick from pepper combined with some beautiful bubblegum-like sweetness and creamy sandalwood make this pretty much the perfect fragrance. I also get superb performance. This is beast mode for me. Byron now have a UK stockist, cscent.com. I just checked before I filmed this. They are selling the Chronic now here in the UK for £120. If you love sweet fragrances, you do have to try this one. I'll leave a link in the description. If you live in the UK and you enjoy a Sunday roast, you've probably also enjoyed an apple crumble for dessert. And I think you'll also enjoy this fragrance from Alexandria Fragrances, because it smells like apple crumble. It's called Apple Crumb. I mean, what can I say? This one is as pleasurable as warm apple pie. It smells very much like Parfum de Marly's Ocean, and to me it's just as strong as that fragrance. There's some tobacco, there's some cinnamon, so it really jumps off the skin, projects massively. In fact, this is also a beast mode fragrance on me. It's a gorgeous sweet fragrance that I think is perfect for the autumn and winter. It's warm, it's cozy, it's comforting, projects massively, so highly likely to pull you in a few compliments, and if you're lucky, maybe even a slice of that warm apple pie. Next up is a superb gourmand fragrance from Navitus Parfums. It's Absolutio. If a fragrance with toffee apple at its heart is not perfect for this time of year, I don't know what is. There's also beautiful gourmand notes of chocolate and caramel, which really make this one a treat rather than a trick. It's kind of got the power and the potency of Initio's Oud for Greatness, but it adds this indulgent sweetness. So if you like fragrances that grab attention, that have attitude, but also are warm, sweet and comforting, then I think Absolutio does that. I noticed that Navitus have this on sale on their website. You can get the 50ml for $95, which I think is an excellent price. Again, I'll leave the link down below. All right, we're bringing the prices down again for the end of the video, and this is a scent from Louis Cardan. I don't know how they have managed to bring such a high quality fragrance to market for a low price, but they have done. It's sacred. Vanilla, caramel, dark chocolate and rich woody notes. This is such a smooth and indulgent sweet fragrance, and it's also unique. It doesn't remind me of any other fragrances at all. I get fantastic performance of this one. It's pretty much a beast mode fragrance. It just lasts forever. It's very affordable as well. You can pick this up for around 25 to 30 pounds, maybe even cheaper, depending on if you can find a discount code flying around. But this is just a very affordable fragrance. I hope Louis Cardan don't put the price up of this because it is getting quite popular, or reformulate. I hope none of that happens, because at the price it is and the way this smells, it is just such good value and pretty much smells perfect. When I used to work in a gym, this is a fragrance that would get me many compliments, mainly because it just projects off my skin so amazingly well. The Ciarge trail on this one is fantastic. It's got some leather and tobacco in here, but for me, it's about the sweet and spicy cinnamon accord, which manages to be very mass appealing and mainstream, but somehow avoids being generic or boring. This is absolutely perfect for this time of year, hard not to like, especially when you can pick this one up online for around £30 for the 50ml. If you like sweet compliment getting scents and you really want to weaponize your fragrance wearing, Wanted by Night is serious ammunition to add to your fragrance arsenal. All right, there we go, my favourite sweet fragrances in my collection. I'd love to hear what your favourite sweet fragrances are and what do you think about the ones that I've talked about today. Drop me some comments down below. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next one.